Hey Aries, welcome to the Jezebel Way Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing your love and separation read for the month of August. I wanted to say thank you for all of the comments and the likes and the subscriptions. I appreciate y'all. So we've got a lot. Today is Uranus conjunct Mars. So how are you guys feeling out there? I'm just staying at home and minding my own business. You know, that's best for me. We have a couple of events happening in August, the full moon in Aquarius, or the new moon in Aquarius, and the full moon in Virgo, or new moon in Virgo. You guys look it up. But those two events should help us refocus to things outside of ourselves, and also help us kind of get in line, get in gear, get on track. So let's see what we got for you for love, August, Aries. You know what? I'm using the wrong thing right now. This is what happens to me sometimes. The biome, this is 44, 22, 11 energy, master number, path, builder, about connection to others outside of ourselves, right? But also about connection to our community, our earth, whatever it is, right? So there's a connection that's bigger than you, and you're realizing that there's a connection that's coming that's bigger than you, or is already here. Again, master builder numbers 44, 22 and master path 11, which is a new path. So if you've been seeing, series of 44s, 22s, and 11s, this is just kind of telling you, hey, you're on the right track and you're building something. And it's your job to sort of remain balanced and remain engaged while this is happening. So Aries, it's a project, and I know you love a good project. So let's see what we got going on here for you for love. You may be affected by global events also moving forward in the month of August. Show me Aries and love. Okay. So someone has also realized that this relationship is bigger than they are. This connection is bigger than their ego, bigger than their pettiness, and bigger than themselves. So this connection runs pretty deep, or will run pretty deep. It looks like to me somebody's asking, of course, for another chance to begin again. And they're kind of, they're gathering themselves and trying to work on how they're going to make that approach. So for some of you out there, for the others of you out there, this is recognizing that you're not seeking out the chances and appreciating in gratitude what's in front of you at the moment. But don't shoot the messenger, okay? I'm just gonna see what's going on with your partner. Okay, yeah, there's a little bit of codependency, a lack of gratitude for sure with your partner currently. It looks like they're holding on, and they're in thinking phase, and they're in planning phase, and they're in reminiscing and being sentimental about the connection. But the problem with being sentimental is, it's a beautiful thing, right? But sometimes when we're sentimental, we are in love with the way it is in our head as opposed to the way it is in reality. And sometimes when you're sentimental, it's much better in your head than it actually ever was in reality. So somebody's holding on to an idea, okay, about you, But I think this is sort of like they're not being honest with themselves about how things really were or how they are. So let's kind of see what we got going on there. Let's see what's going on with you. Okay, Aries, you are taking care of business, of course. You're not currently talking to this lover, though. I don't think the two of you are in communication. You're not rejecting the idea, but you're not super focused on the idea of communicating with this person either. You are running your business, you're making money, you're trying to remain stable. But let's see what this Ace of Swords is for your partner over here in reverse. Show me the Ace of Swords for Aries' partner. Show me the Ace of Swords for Aries' partner. Okay, lots of sword action. Okay, so basically, we've got somebody who is, they're saying, how could it have gone so wrong? How could it have gone so wrong? They are reminiscing and they are sentimental, yes. But this is about going over someone's mistakes over and over and over in your mind, or your own mistakes over in your mind. They are taking on a lot of blame and a lot of responsibility for the way that things went here. I think they feel majorly responsible for the way the relationship ended. We had everything we could possibly want. We had everything at our feet. How could it have gone so wrong? I mean, you see all those swords in there like that, right? How could it have gone so wrong? We had everything. We could have had it all. I mean, that's what Adele says, right? We could have had it all. We could have had it all had it not been. We could have had it all had it not been for this betrayal. And these feelings of being trapped and not seeing things, and victimization, and anxiety and restlessness, right? We could have had it all. But they're taking a lot of blame in themselves for the heartbreak in the situation and the escape, the abandonment. Okay. So let's see. I want to see about your rejection issue over here. Let's talk about this. Show me the Five of Wands in reverse. You're trying to focus on the positive, Aries. You're trying to move forward, right? In true Aries fashion, not let something slow you down. You're not dwelling on the past. You're not dwelling on the past at all. And I think you've kind of overcome and conquered this situation. So let's see what's going on in between the two of you currently. No communication, we know that. I don't think you guys are talking, right? So let's see. Show me what's going on between Aries and their lover universe. Show me what I need to see. Yeah, you're not talking. There was some deception in this situation, which caused a breakup, and it also caused judgment in the situation. I think you're both trying to find your peace about this, what happened here. I think, Aries, you have, or you're on your way to. Your person is purging out right now some things that they claim responsibility for. But let's see what this deception card is here. Show me the Seven of Swords. Show me what I need to see. Okay, yeah. This person just keeps hanging on to the end, whatever the end was for you. They keep replaying a conversation in their mind that wasn't maybe so nice. Or they keep replaying something in their mind that maybe they lied to you about. Or they lied to you and told you that something was the way it was so that you would have that perception, but it wasn't really that how they felt. At any rate, they're still holding on to you. They are in deep regret and sadness regarding it. And they keep replaying this conversation. So let me see this Queen of Swords. Oh, okay. Someone here didn't want to be married to an option or married to a choice, okay? I think here they lacked in commitment and they wanted to have options. And that was their mistake, right? That was their mistake. And so now they keep going over and over and over in their head about how could it have gone so wrong because they made the wrong choice according to them. That's what they're replaying over and over and over. That their wish fulfillment at the time was to move forward. They wanted to be single. They didn't want to make these plans. But let's see what this Judgment card is. Okay, yeah, change in the relationship over, moving on, boom, you know, moving, transformation. They wanted to be free. So you made your judgment based on their conversation here about how they didn't want to be necessarily in a commitment. And you were like, that's cool. I'm going to go over here and do my life because I'm an Aries. And you know what? Nothing slows me down. And you should have, you know, if that was their choice. I mean, all we can do is control our emotions and our reactions to people. That's what our power is, right? We can't control what they decide to do. We can't control how they decide to behave. Only they can control that. All we can control is our actions and our reactions. And so I think, Aries, you did the right thing here in saying, you know, okay, fine. I'm going to keep it moving. Because when I can't be in this indecisive, yes, maybe today, no, maybe tomorrow energy that you either want this commitment or you don't. I need some finite answers, because for Aries, in order to have those finite answers, that is something that they're using to plan out how their path is going to be moving forward, especially with this person. So you walked away because they were exhibiting confusion. I don't blame you. I would too. And you sort of started moving on, right? Hey, I'm doing my thing over here. But this person was stuck at that point, because of the choice that they made, right? Oh, I want to, you know, be a free slinger over here, whatever, right? And they got what they wanted. Aries said, okay, cool, granted. You got what you want. You got what you want. And now you have to deal with the consequences of your actions. So basically, this person is learning how to take responsibility. This person is having to learn that you may choose whatever you want in this life, right? I mean, the sky's the limit. However, you have to be willing to deal with the consequences of your choices. And so this is kind of what's happening to this person now. They regret their decision. Let's see what their block is here. Defensiveness, about them not being honest with you. I think about telling you how they truly felt. Childish behavior, immaturity. But they do have a passive-aggressive way of withholding information or withholding, which is, I mean, you might as well just get on the sidelines, because Aries is going to burn your ass up with that. So let's see over here. So that might have been a point of incompatibility. You know, this, where do we go? Which way do we go? Which way do we go? Aries is only going to entertain that for about 5 seconds before you look over there and they're not even sitting there anymore. So that's what I have to say. Amen, Aries. Okay, so let's see what your blocks are, Aries. Show me Aries blocks. Work is speeding up for you. You're trying to correct patterns from the past. You are not dwelling in the past. And I don't think you're trying to hold any grudges either. So I think this is the block, Aries, that you've kind of overcome here. You're not holding grudges about this person anymore. In fact, you're not even thinking about this person anymore. You are moving forward. You've got your work in front of you. You're working very hard. Your work is picking up. Maybe your business is starting to take off. But you're not dwelling on the past over here, which may have been something that, was a problem for you. But you're looking toward this new opportunity, and justice has been served, honey. This person over here is sitting over there in their indecision, which is not doing anything but bringing more lack and negative energy into their world. They're not manifesting. They're not looking at the positive. They're not trying to make a bridge between feeling the loss, okay, and purging the loss out to gaining the lesson about changing patterns of behavior. So this is kind of where they are, but you are not burdened with this task. So thank you very much. All right, so we know that's kind of a dead issue there, that they're sitting in their feelings. Let's see how they are feeling about you right now. Of course, they want this idea now that they have, made their decision and they're sitting over there in their bag of crap over there. They are saying, they want this commitment with you. They want to be able to start all over again with you. And I've got what it takes now. I know now, Aries, what I should have done, So that's kind of how they're feeling about you. Let's see what they're thinking. Burdens. Okay. They are going through like a progression here. Like in the beginning, they thought that you're pushing them to make a decision, or your expectation that they will make a decision, okay, was too much. I mean, it's too much, Aries, that you expect someone to either want to be committed or not be committed. It's too much of a burden, Aries, that, you're pushing me to make a decision. But we know what that's all about, don't we? That's a stall tactic. And Aries isn't going to put up with stall tactic. But anyway, what they're saying is they didn't understand in the beginning why you were so mad about it. Why are you so mad, Aries, that I'm not making a decision? And it looks like to me they have made some progress. I mean, whether you care about it or not. They have made some progress here about these thought processes here and this thought process here. So their lack of commitment and their stall-out tactics, was sort of a protection and a wall and a coping mechanism for fear of commitment because of trauma, or fear of vulnerability. But whose problem is that? Not yours, right? So let's see what their intention is. What is Aries lover's intention? They want to come out of no communication with you. Can we overcome? Can we overcome? Is Aries going to be willing and open to hearing me? I have some information to enlighten Aries with. But the problem in their thinking here is that I want you to understand what I've been saying. They are not saying, how has Aries been doing? I wonder if Aries is happy. I wonder if Aries' business is successful. No, none of those things. What they've been saying here is me, 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 me. I have changed. I know the answer now. I have healed. I have what it takes now. Let me present myself to you, Aries, as a prize because I have learned the lesson. But no question here about how have you been doing? What have you been up to? I wonder what Aries is doing, what they've been up to. You know, I wonder if they're happy. Did they finish that thing they were working on? Nothing. It's all ego driven. So has this person really learned their lesson? In a way. But this is an ego driven thought process. So that may not appeal to you. They feel like the issue with their thinking is that if they reveal these wonderful things that they've learned to you, they're just automatically going to be like, yes, let's be together. But this is them presenting them to you, not how are you. And so the problem with their thinking is that they believe if they present the right foot forward toward you, that it will change your mind about them. But they already showed you who they were. You don't need to reread that book, right? They already showed it to you. So let's see what they're afraid to tell you. Universe, show me. What is Aries over Aries? They want to make you a new offer, of course, for a new contract. Let's see what Aries is afraid to tell Aries. They want, of course, another chance. They don't want to fight with you about it, though, Aries. They want to be happy. Let's focus on what's working, or what can work, or what was working. Not let's focus on the past and the conflict and things like that. However, again, when or if this person approaches you and you entertain them, right, and you have this conversation with them, I want you to sit there and I want you to observe if this person is truly inquiring about what's been going on in your life. Are you feeling the sincerity? Are you feeling the love? Are you feeling them caring about you? Or is this more of the same? That they are deeply ingrained in their own ego. And you only matter when they have had an epiphany. So keep that in mind. All right, so let's see what a final outcome is for Aries and this person. But Aries, I'll be honest with you, I'm not feeling a great deal of resentment for this person, but I don't feel like, when I'm looking at that side, I don't feel like you are interested really one way or another. You've overcome this situation and you're sort of indifferent. And so for an Aries, okay, to become indifferent to someone, a lot has happened. Either you will love or you will hate, or hold a grudge. But if you're indifferent, so to the fact that you don't even have the motivation to hold a grudge, then my God, why reread the same chapter over and over again? So let's see what's going on with the final outcome. I just get a feeling that you're not going to be interested in visiting that again. And this person, you know, this may be a way for them to be able to release their own ego issues, but final outcome for Aries and their lover. They want to be the man that you wanted them to be however long ago. They desire lover again. I don't think, Aries, you're going to entertain this love again. I think you've already taken your love somewhere else and you'll be moving on. There are other options for you and you're going to be exploring those. I think that this is what's going to happen. You're going to kind of block them out, okay, and they're going to go on their way. But if it helps them get over that rut, great. But I don't see this being a go for you again. And this person really hasn't changed that much. I mean, you can put shit in a box and wrap it up, but guess what? It's still shit. And so I think that's kind of what's happening here. They've rebranded themselves and they've repackaged themselves into someone else that will be more appealing to you. But I'm not sure that they've really made the change. So their next move, we can skip that, is going to be to contact you to be able to meet with them or to whatever. Have this conversation so that they can convince you that their new branding is good, that they're a new person because they've branded themselves in a new way. And it's up to you what you choose to do. But this is running a little long, so let's get to the advice parts for you, because this person isn't considering you. So Building blocks. Remember, we talked about something. You have two ideas here about building something bigger than yourself. I think this must be what you're involved in currently, because you're being asked to think about your abundance and what you're building currently. So you are working on something bigger than yourself, and you're currently being asked to reevaluate the progress where you are. And one of the reasons you may be in that mindset is because this past person coming back representing your past is bringing all of that energy with them. And so you're being asked to look at this about alignment. Is this in alignment with where I am now? That was me 10 years ago, but is that me today? Do I really want to go back there? I mean, is this in my life now? No, because I have overcome that situation. And I think that's kind of, that's kind of a good thing, really. I mean, that you're kind of not there anymore. It shows you've grown. And you've grown leaps and bounds past this other dude or woman coming back into your life trying to bring the same old crap in different packaging. Self-acceptance. Nothing is more exhausting, okay, than endlessly working on yourself. When you offer your whole being fully to love, self-acceptance arises spontaneously. May I rest in our oneness. Okay. Despair. Okay. Divine intercession, of course. Will this darkness in my soul free me from my burden, open to your highest plan? Okay, so even though that's worded kind of funny here, what this is saying basically is, hey, take a look at yourself and where you are now as opposed to where you've been. Is this person even on your same level anymore? I don't think they are. I think you've surpassed them many years ago, and they're still hanging on to the same old scenario. So Aries, this is a little bit different kind of read for you guys, but if there was any advice, that could be given in this read, it would be that there's no reason to open a door that's been closed. Let the door stay shut and keep it moving. So anyway, Aries, I'll see you guys second half.